Cool.
Wait a second. Oh, you just like separating the two. I see.
Yeah, to make it easier. Yeah, if it has your SSH key. So if you're using the same SSH key, it won't ask for your password. So that should be easier for you all. Yeah, that's why using SSH keys is awesome. But anyways, what's up?
Is there like a command to see our individual scores, or like if we need to do that, do we just have to go into the scoreboard every time and search for our name?
You can use the grep command, but yes. So for instance, although it probably doesn't look very nice, but something like this. Oh, do I need to restart the system?
Mine also says system restart required.
That just means packages need to be updated. I guess I should do that since you guys are a bunch of hackers. Let me look. Cool. Well, this is good. I may reboot the server now. Cool. All right, server's going down. It'll come back up. Do ls-la. Oh, some of your usernames are absolutely crazy. Like I'm shocked that some of these actually worked. It's not your ASU password. It's not the password you use for the site, right? Because of hashing, I don't know your ASU password. I don't want to know it. And I don't know the password used for the site. It's sent to you in email. No, nothing inappropriate, more just like, oh, it should be back up now. But yeah, some people have usernames with stars in them. So there's a few people whose username starts with a star, and I didn't know Linux would accept that, but it does. And so that's going to be very fun for those people. Yeah, there'll be a surprise Pikachu. If you haven't received your email, let's say ping me on Discord right now. Because after the fact, don't do it.
You should also be able to log in, right? I mean, using your account, and as long as you're using your passkey SSH key, you should be able to just SSH to that.
If you have your SSH key, yes, but the password they don't know. It's a random password.
Yeah.
Yes, you can change the password with I think it's just PASSWD is the command.
Yeah, password.
And I'll write up a web page that has all this stuff. I just didn't have time. As you know, the emails went out like at 10. So, okay, I'm getting some Discord pings. So do we want to take bets on how long it takes somebody to get to the top? Two hours? Ooh.
Is the groups challenge just supposed to spit my name out, or am I doing something wrong? I'm assuming there's a command called groups that would spit out my name.
What? Oh, no. The group challenge, you have to execute the program in /var challenge groups.
I think that's what I did. Let me double check. But last time I did it, it spat my name out.
No, that's if you
Is there
execute
a
just the
way-
program groups, it will do that.
Is there a way to see just my score and not the whole scoreboard?
No, not yet.
I got it. Thanks.
Well, you can use the grep command, basically. If you do score, what do we say? Okay. Could not resolve hostname. Interesting. We can use. Which one is the best one to start with? Start with just execute me first, and then I would start playing around with different ones. Just execute me is fairly easy. Secure this house is kind of based on stuff that you have already done before. I will say ROP me is supposed to be a difficult, like extra credit level one, since we didn't really cover ROP, but that's something you can go and learn and do on your own. I want to share my screen so y'all can see. Oh, I want the eye turn though. So I'll just leave that command up there. Wireshark is what you want. If you're having password problems, ping me on Discord and I can help. Just score. Run the challenge itself. It will tell you the command. It's an SCP command. Ooh, this will be fun. We can watch the scoreboard move. When I had a similar thing like this in grad school, we had TVs in the lab. So I created this, used this as a scoreboard that would auto refresh. So it was constantly showing how everyone was doing. I don't know what. Nobody has any money on Prime Daddy. They were the best scammer, or do we not think that translates? Or Prime Danny, is that the name? Danny, that's right. Okay, I guess that's a better name. You're supposed to run leet when you break a challenge. So some challenges will call it for you and it'll be kind of clear, like the password one we looked at with the traffic dump. Once you give the password, it will call leet for you. Other ones, you may have to force the binary or the application to call the leet function. And you can do which. That's what I typed. You can literally call it the which command. It shows you where it is. So if you type in which leet, it will show you the path. Yeah, if you run it directly, it'll just tell you that you're not in any of the levels. You haven't broken anything. What do you mean mess with? So you don't have to, you shouldn't have to mess with it. Well, there should be, it's a set UID program, so there should be no bugs in it, I hope, but. There's not a phishing related challenge yet. We weren't able to get it in time into here, but I will try to add one depending on how people feel about it. So. I don't know why these emails didn't come out. Are you guys flagging me as a spammer or something? Because they went out, but.
And then I also heard some students who didn't receive the email.
Yeah,
I knew I knew there was something wrong with ASU's mail server today, this morning. I also got complaint with other PhD students. Maybe that is the issue.
Could be. Could be. Oh, it's a great excuse to not reply to emails. So it's awesome.
That's a good idea.
The cool thing about the public scoreboard is you can definitely, like, after it's been out for a bit, you can tell which ones are the easier challenges, so you can know how to spend your time. let's see. I think I can give a demo. Yeah, adding you to the group message means that you passed the challenge, and then run score to verify that you've passed that. Okay. So the question was, how do I supply the text in a file as a command line argument? So you can do that with, what's the best way to do this? I think it's something like this, right? Just cat test. So what this is doing on the command line, Emma, if you can see the screen. So this is on the command line, $ parentheses is how you execute other commands. So this is saying cat out the file test and then put it right here and enclose that in double quotes. So it's one thing. So if we look at cat test, it's the text var challenge. So when I run, excuse me, ls this, it's running the same exact thing as ls var challenge. It would be cool if we can figure out how to do the text like at an angle so it takes up less of the screen. What are the permissions on that file? Do ls-la to look at the permissions so you can understand what's going on. Nice. There's something probably like 80-ish of you out there. The deadline is May 2nd. Which I think I mentioned this in class yesterday, but it's like the last possible date we could have an assignment due so that you guys have the most time on the final. Because we need to submit grades like right then. So oh, Tiff, are you writing up the description for the website?
Yes, I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Sure. I will be there in 5 minutes.
I'll time you. Well, watch my screen. Let's see what happens. VAR challenge, read secret. Ah, correct. It's part of the challenge. So you should always look at the directory and see what's in there, right? So especially because there's this C source code, so that should help you on your way. Read the code, figure it out. I guess we've been nice to you, right? Assignment 5, you've actually been learning how to read assembly code. Excuse me. So you could reverse engineer this read secret binary and figure everything out. But to help you along, for some of the challenges, we'll have C files there, so you can read the source codes. This is why it's always super important to make sure you look at that directory, and always do ls-la, look at everything in that directory to see what's in there. Right. So the challenges that don't call LEET means that your goal is to force the challenge that to call LEET. So the executable may or may not do it automatically. It really depends on the challenge itself. So you should look at the challenge. Some of them will call it and some of them won't. So like the password ones, if you get the password, it will call LEET. Other ones, if it doesn't call LEET, your goal is then to force it to like exploit a vulnerability in that program in order to force it to call LEET. Oh, is that the first basic overflow solve? Nice. Mwahahaha. Do you guys think I should even post this recording? I guess I will, just so that the Monday, Wednesday people can see it. But no, I'll definitely post the early recording. I just don't know. There's a lot of dead time of me helping people on Discord, and then I'll post it. I'll post it. Yeah, and they won't even see the text. It's just like I'm talking to nobody. So yeah, they don't know that I was doing an evil laugh on behalf of Emma because they finally figured out how to get an attack file into the program and exploited it. That'd be a good recording. I should have a soundboard of various recordings. Ooh, maybe you're not real and I'm imagining all of this. That's only my worst nightmare. So thank you for that. Have you all, I always think of the movie, have you seen the movie Beautiful Mind? Hey, Tiffany, they're saying yes. So some people have seen it.
Yeah.
That's
I
one of
only
those
know
things
the
you start thinking back and you're like, shoot, could all these people in this class be real? Technically, I've never met any of you. So you could all be robots or Russian plants or AI's gone wild. I've at least met Tiffany in person. So I know she's real. I think she's real. But how do I know? Maybe the person that introduced her to me is not real and all that stuff. So. Oh, that's right, Stephen. I have met you. That's right. Well, I don't know that you're you, though. Yeah, that was also via Zoom. See, you're just you could be an actor hired to somehow trick me. You're just a little baby program learning how to hack. It's great. We love, you're like those baby fawns that are just, using your legs the first time on a computer hacking stuff. Are we supposed to have permission denied for the password locations? I don't know how to answer that. I mean, the main thing I always do is just double check, look at the permissions of whatever that file is, right? To see if you should or should not have permissions to it. So somebody's asking me in a private message, but make sure for challenges like var challenge. I wouldn't say 12%, I'd say 12 points. I think that's a little bit easier, but yes, they're the same thing, as you know. So like var challenge, secure this house, right? If we look at that, there's 2 files in there. If you do secure this house.py and you execute that and you actually get it working, you will not get the flag because it doesn't have the right permissions. So you need to make sure you execute secure this house. This actually will help you break it. Oh no. Now I have to go fix that typo. How come none of you told me this?
There's also one in successfully in the, well, it's successful with 2 L's.
Thanks. You don't know if the typos are intentional. Yeah, maybe it's like a side channel. We're leaking information through typos. Sorry, I didn't get it. I was too much in debugging mode. Sometimes jokes go over my head. Got about 5 minutes left. Any final questions? 5 minutes, last 5 minutes of our beautiful CSE 365 time together this semester.
Is Basic Overflow supposed to print like a message at the start? Because it's just asking for arguments. I know I can probably dig through the files to find out like what arguments to pass it or something, but I just didn't know if it was supposed to print anything at first.
I have no idea. I would also just run it and see what it does. Yep, sounds like it needs
Yes,
an
sir.
argument.
Okay.
Yep. There's like 5 lines of code. I'm sure you can figure, read that C code. Final due May 2nd, or let's just say the last day. We'll stop. And there's obviously no late anything for the final. Because grades are going in. So basically that Monday morning, we'll email you with all the grades we have. If there's any questions, let us know. Tiffany, do you teach any other classes?
No, no, I'm not to teach any classes, not this semester or next semester. But Adam, you will teach a class next semester, right? Or
Nope.
You don't.
Semester
Nope.
after that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But in the past, you've taught what are some other courses you've taught, Tiffany?
I taught a 598, which is a topic class for software security, has a binary analysis and game theory. And then I taught 545, which is software security. And Adam taught almost all the classes. I mean, most of the cybersecurity classes at
Oh, not even close. Not even close. I've taught 340 in the past, so I taught that for a number of years. I've taught 465. So this class, when I was at the 400 level, I've taught 365. I've taught 545. I taught a way long time ago a grad course on web securities, web vulnerabilities, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, right now I typically teach just 365.
Right. And then for those contents that we covered this master, I mean, many of them, I would say most of them, they're closely related to the research that we're doing right now. So if there is anything that you feel interested in, you can just ping us and we can talk, and then we can see if there's anything that we can work together on some very cool research projects.
Yeah, classes that we recommend after this, if you're really into this hacking stuff, 466 is the spiritual successor really to this class. So from there you go from, it's basically like the binary or the application security part of this class, but really in depth, like an entire course just on that, taking you from this stage you're in now, where you're kind of a white belt, you kind of understand what's going on a little bit, and taking you through to, I can't remember all the belts. I have to get it straight from Jan, but yellow and blue or something.
Yes, the topics will be blue.
Yeah. So to the point where you can like exploit crazy T-cache, heap vulnerabilities and reverse engineer custom virtual machines and all kinds of cool stuff. So, but really, I think it depends on what you're interested in, right? If you're more interested in networking stuff, there's network security. If you're interested in forensics, there's forensics classes. Yeah, there's a decent variety of classes. It's not, not everything, but we have a lot of good stuff. Two more minutes. Cool. All right. We're at the end of this class and we're actually, at the end of class itself. So, good luck with the assignments, start early, especially for, the CTF stuff. I think it's important, even if you don't have to devote a ton of time to it, but a good trick is to look at each of the challenges to try to see what they're doing. I'd like to kind of get a broad overview and sampling. And if there's something you see right away, maybe work on it for a little bit, see if you can do it. If not, go to something else. And just kind of keep doing that process, so that even though I know we both know you have other finals, other projects, whatever that you're doing, but if you can keep thinking kind of in a background process in your head on these challenges, it becomes a lot easier when you come back to them, rather than if you just wait till the Saturday before it's due or something, you'll have a hard time because you don't have that time to think. So I think that will help. And I think the other thing, I told this to the Wednesday class, and it's definitely true of you all. So Tiffany and I are really proud of the class, and we both know you guys are going through unprecedented times, an entire semester's remote, you're in the midst of a pandemic, don't have a lot of social interaction, all that crazy stuff. We're super proud of the progress you made in this course. I mean, think about how far you've come from, some of you not knowing how to, even access SSH, and now you're on this system poning software, which is super cool. So good job. You're at the finish line. Let's finish strong, and then you can enjoy that sweet, sweet summer. Do you have anything you want to add, Tiff?
As a harsh professor, I would urge you to start assignment 5 as soon as possible. I know many of you haven't started the CTF part, like the Stack Overflow. We have only less than 200 people registered yet. And for on-site, please start. It's going to be very important because you don't have too much time. And we don't want to handle thousands of Piazza posts at the same time. So please start. Also, I also want to say, you guys really did a good job. We are very impressive. And also we want to thank you guys for your discovery and findings for those bugs in our system, which I really appreciate. Sometimes I know that it's a stupid bug, which I really apologize, but sometimes I know that it's like a brilliant issue that we've never triggered and we've never realized before. And you did a great job in finding it. Other than that, I don't have too much to say. It's really nice. For me, this is a very interesting, a very enjoyable experience to talk to you guys, to go through every interesting part of cybersecurity. And thank you.
All right, we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all on the Discord and on Piazza.
Yep.